the corridors of justice, and the Supreme Court has begun hearing an appeal by the National Assembly on the Finance Act 2023, which was declared unconstitutional by the Court of Appeal. In the opening statements, the National Assembly argued that the act was crucial to government operations. However, the respondents led by Okiya Omtatah argued that the powers of Parliament are derived from the people and that the people had exercised their right on the matter, urging courts to listen to the voice of the people. Here's that report.
Day one of the hearing for the Finance Act 2023 kicked off in earnest at the Supreme Court of Kenya. The hearing comes following the recent Supreme Court ruling that temporarily stopped the appellate court's decision, declaring the act unconstitutional pending the hearing and conclusion of the current appeal by the National Assembly. Lawyer Issa Mansour, acting on behalf of the National Assembly and the Speaker of the National Assembly, told the bench there was sufficient public participation prior to the enactment of the Finance Act 2023, contrary to the position of the Appellate Court, which invalidated the Act.
The Court of Appeal was under duty to consider how many of these proposals were considered and how many were rejected, in making that sweeping determination that there was failure to account or to be transparent, because that is not true. Out of all these recommendations, 97% were dealt with in the report.
The estimates of revenue, loan and grants, whether the appropriation and the Finance Act was sequenced within the law.
That a right has been breached.
Senior Counsel Professor Githu Muigai, acting on behalf of the Attorney General, told the court that the country stands to lose revenue amounting to 214 billion shillings should the government revert to the Finance Act 2022.
Affordable housing legislation in place, and therefore we will be inviting the court to find that the Court of Appeal acted in error, and that this issue is alive, and that this issue should be determined.
Was raised in the High Court.
On their part, the respondents led by Busia Senator Okiya Omtatah and Eliud Matinde told the bench that public participation was disregarded and the court should dismiss the application presented by the petitioners.
I submit that the budget-making process in Parliament under Article 221 is a legislative process that cannot culminate in reports, statements, or other documents. It must culminate in an Act of Parliament. And the respondents have not produced an Act of Parliament containing estimates of revenue.
The bench, comprising Chief Justice Martha Koome, Lady Justice Philomena Mwilu, Justice Mohamed Ibrahim, Justice Smokin Wanjala, Lady Justice Njoki Ndongo, and Justice William Ouko will continue hearing the case Wednesday. Ruth Wamboy for Prime Edition.